Namaste and welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes for November 2019. My name is Greg Prescott from in5d.com, and I'm welcoming everyone from YouTube and Patreon. As here on YouTube, you're going to be seeing the beginning part of this, and I'll continue with the rest of it on Patreon. And as always, here on YouTube, I'll be playing the bumper music at the end so we can all hang out and chat if you're watching it live on YouTube. So, before I get started, on my afterthoughts video, I showed you some new shirts that I'm coming out with on in5d.net at our in5d tie-dye shop. And here's a few more different ones than I showed on that video. But what we have are the ladies' shirts, which is a very soft material, softer than the traditional t-shirts that I have. This one's a V-neck, and you can see it. You know, the curves in the shirt help accentuate the woman's natural curves, and the softness is just amazing on these shirts. So that's one of them. Here's a cotton candy spiral. I showed one with a crew earlier, and this one's the V-neck, and it came out amazing. Looks fantastic. Here's another V-neck of just a cosmic spiral. That looks fantastic. Love the colors. High vibrational blue and green. So that's actually kind of similar to this shirt. The green and the blue. The heart chakra and the throat chakra. High vibrational colors. So today I want to be talking about this really strange time anomaly that I haven't heard about anywhere else. And it involves double click. And for example, if I right click something and choose an option, open a new window, and left click that, something will open in the new window, which it should anyway, but whatever was underneath that, even though I clicked it once, that gets clicked as well on one click. And the same thing's happening on my phone. I'm going to get into it a little bit further down the road. One thing I want to bring up before we get into that, though, is something I saw on TV. Now, you guys know I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do watch football. I watch the National Football League. I'm a Kansas City Chief fan. I enjoy watching football. It's a good way of getting away from everything. As Dolores Cannon mentioned, she said that the ETs love watching people watch sports, whether it's football or rugby, soccer, because of the range of emotions that we elicit. I found that quite fascinating. And that goes the same for movies. They find movies fascinating, that here we are pretending to be, as actors and actresses, these characters that we're playing in these movies. So they find that fascinating. So one of the things I saw was a commercial it was Portal on Facebook. And they have a commercial of these Muppets. They're hopping around. And this one Muppet's like, hey, my TV's following me. And it made me think about this article that I have on in5d called "This is How Your TV and Cell Phone Can Watch You." So, remember this? Millennials won't have any idea what this is, but I remember seeing this as a child. And here, let's play it.
Our national anthem.
Did you catch all that? Here it is right here. Oh, say, can you see? Trust the government by the dawn's early light. God is real. God is watching. What so proudly we hailed. Believe in government God. And you can see everything else that's listed under there. Rebellion is not tolerated. Obey, consume. Obey, consume, which reminds me of They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper. If you never saw that video, I highly recommend it. You can watch that on Vimeo. You can find it there. Trust the government. God is watching. Believe in government, God. And they're making it sound like the government is God. Creator, source, whatever you want to call it. Rebellion is not tolerated. God is real. God is watching. Well, of course, the government is real. The government's watching, right? Obey, consume, obey, consume. By Ultra, by Naomi. Worship, consume, believe, obey. Do not question government. Believe in government, God. And here's the They Live sunglasses part where, Rowdy Piper has these sunglasses and he puts them on and that's what he sees, obey. But when he takes them off, he sees the traditional commercial, the ad of whatever is there, whether it's a billboard or ads in magazines. That's what he saw. It's really quite a fascinating movie. Obey, consume. Come to the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you may pronounce it. But marry and reproduce. It's very similar. What he's seeing there is very similar to what we just saw on this video of the national anthem, with the subliminal messages that they put into that video, which I think came out in the 1960s. So that gives you an idea of how long they've been doing this and researching this. And I'm sure the research began even long before that, with MK Ultra and everything else that was going on. Now here's a patent for a television that has a camera built right into it. And here's the camera in the center of the TV. And it's no bigger than a tiny little pixel, but yet it can take pictures. It can view whoever is watching the TV. And this happened a while ago too. So this particular patent, and it's my understanding that there's now TVs with numerous cameras all over it. And that's, well, before I get to that, this is what you want to do if you do own a smart TV. I don't own one. I wouldn't recommend having them, but if you want, just pause this and check out what I have to say there. Or I'll leave a link below this video for the article, and you can check it out and share it with friends. But that's what got me thinking about that commercial that I saw on Facebook Portal. So you have these Muppets, like I said, they're dancing around, and this one Muppet's bragging about how his TV is following him. The camera on his TV is following him as he's going back and forth. And I'm thinking, that's not a good thing. I don't want that. But they're making it sound like it's really cool. And that's what they're going to be doing with artificial intelligence, AI, transhumanism. Oh yeah, you want that computer chip in your brain because you'll have instant access to everything. Well, they can also shut you down completely. They don't tell you that. Just like what's going on with YouTube, shutting down of channels that they can't monetize. A lot of people are going to freedomtube.social. And I just went there. I just started an N5D channel there, so you can find me there as well. FreedomTube, I believe, .social. I'll leave a link for that below here, this video as well. But that's what really struck me funny was on that Facebook Portal commercial, them bragging about the ability of the TV to follow them. And you can have like multiple people. I think they showed like 4 or 5 different Muppets in their own little environments having conversation on their TV with each other. And as I mentioned, one Muppet in particular could walk back and forth, and the camera on the TV would just kind of adjust to wherever he was going. Now, getting to that time anomaly that I mentioned earlier about the double click and everything. I'm going to be talking more about that on Patreon. So if you're already on there, I'll see you there. To everyone here on YouTube, I want to thank you for joining me once again, and hang out, because I'll be playing the bumper music for an additional 5 minutes or so, and we can hang out and chat, okay? So until the next time, I'm sending you all infinite love and light. This is Greg from in5d.com. Namaste.